Good morning. Hello. This is TiramisUGO, and this is we won Great Taste and Taste of the West. So this is how it looks. Yeah. So today we're gonna make tiramisu. We're gonna make the classic one, the original one, as Francesco and the Tiramisu World Cup and Tiramisu Academy are keen for me to show you the very basic of it and give you a little bit of an explanation of how the tiramisu is, the story behind it, not just the recipe. Together with me here, there is my assistant, that is Laura, my wife. Laura is gonna make the whites whilst I do the yolks. So I'm gonna tell you what we need to make the classical tiramisu. So what you will need today, you will need 250 grams of mascarpone, 150 grams of sugar, and 4 eggs, and cacao powder and the coffee, ideally ground coffee from the percolator, this one. Yeah. So if you don't have percolator, which is the best method ever, you can also use instant coffee, but I suggest you use this because it's something very light. Because if you use instant coffee, you're going to have a very strong flavor and unbalanced pudding. So what's going to start now? We're going to start with measuring up the thing. So you should have 150 grams of sugar ready here. Caster sugar or sugar is fine. The eggs ideally need to be fresh and out of the fridge, because if they've been in the fridge all night, you will have a very disgregated consistency. And then we start to divide the egg yolks, with the whites. Here we go. Make sure you don't spoil the whites. And I don't know if you can see it, but look, I'm gonna ask Laura to show you how red these are. Look at this. Can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
They are very orange.
For sure.
They're very fresh. So now we get half of the sugar. Put half of the sugar with the yolks. And then you whisk it. We're doing all by hand. It's easy for me to show you the consistency. I don't really like mixers. Mixers are, you're going to spoil everything with a mixer. And Laura can do the same. Half of the other sugar in the half with the whites, yeah? You need to mix up the eggs until you have got homogenic, smooth mix. The yolks are nearly ready, but as you can see, there is still quite a lot of eggs. So the whites needs to be really whisked quite a lot. They need to rise quite a lot. They require quite a lot of effort. And also, I want to tell you something. The difference between having a tiramisu made with whites and yolks, or only made with yolks. So do you know that tiramisu has, there are two versions. One is from Venezia Giulia, and it's more fluffy and it's lighter most of the time. And it uses both the yolks and the whites. While the provision recipe, the original one, is only made with yolks. In general, the Friuli Venezia Giulia one, they're both original, they're both authentic, but the Friuli is the lightest one, so we prefer that one in terms of giving a very good balance. It doesn't need to be too thick though, Katie, it doesn't need to be too thick, so I hope that you didn't do it thicker. So now the yolks are done. As you can see, we've got a smooth yolks cream. You can see. You need to have 4 eggs, and then you need to divide. Start with 2 bowls, divide the whites and the yolks, and then have 150 grams of sugar, and put half of it, 75 grams with the yolks and 75 grams with the whites. Then you need to whisk the yolks and then whisk the whites. Yeah? So my story is basically very strange, quite long. It started a long time ago in Imperia in Italy, and so I was born in Milan, and then I moved to Imperia where I grew up, and then my dad died in 2005, and I did a show. I used to work in theatre, and the reason I'm in Cornwall is because, to cut it shortly, I found a job in the local theatre, and I moved to Cornwall, and then when last year, actually 2018, or 2019 was it? Yeah. In 2019, with Laura, we thought, well, actually, if I put the experience and the entrepreneurial skills that I've done for my shows into something that I love, then maybe something unique can be born. And that's where TiramisuGO was born. It's basically the story from Italy to Cornwall in a nutshell. So we've got the consistency here of the. Can you see the cream?
Yeah.
This is the cream
Yeah.
of the yolks. Can you see how smooth it is to be? Yeah. The viscosity needs to be, or the mascarpone needs to be fresh, and needs to be quite. Okay. No groomy, we call it in Italy. No residues. So once you have beaten up the eggs, the red yolks, add the sugar and keep whisking until you have an homogeneous mix. A smooth mix, yeah? So the whites are nearly ready, as you can see. You see, they're staying on the whisk, but they're not granulated, they're quite smooth. It's very important that they're smooth, yeah? Can you see? Not granulated, but smooth, yeah? That's what you want. We have done the dough, we've done the whites and the yolks, and now we mix them together. We need to do to put them together from the bottom. Yeah, the mixture needs to be able to fold together. Yeah, you see? Yeah. Now we're gonna do it, and that's why today we're gonna do it just to close up and finish up the session, because I'm aware that it's 10 minutes to go. I'm gonna make it in this glass jar. Yeah, as you can see, in this glass. Yeah. Now we have coffee here. First of all, we put the